Hello internet lovelies, it is I, Kat, with another video. This one is the start of a new series I want to do on this channel, all about self-love, because that has been one of my main journeys for the last, one of my main explorations for the last 4 months, and it has taken over my life. I wanted to take this one and explain a little bit more about how it came about, how I started my self-love journey and started doing the weight loss vlogs that are the only other videos on this channel, and just get into it a little bit more and tell you what I want to do with the series. 4 months ago, actually it probably started 6 months ago. About 6 months ago, me and my aunt started talking about weight loss surgery, and she started looking into it. She's actually very far in the process of actually getting the surgery, and so, but we started talking about it, and I had been looking into it. I had been researching which clinics around here take my insurance, and all sorts of other things that you need to do before you get that surgery, which it's a very surgeries is it's a lot. I started getting down on myself about everything, about my body, about my personality and stuff, and I sort of like skidded to a stop. This was sometime in October, and everything for my aunt was going really well. She thought she was gonna get surgery by the end of the year. Now it seems like it'll happen March or April, but it was going very well for her, and I was not finding out anything for myself, and I was getting discouraged. And then one day, probably either the first or second week of October, I had this epiphany. I felt like I hated myself, and I have felt this my entire life. I hated myself, I hated my body, I hated my mind, I hated everything about myself, and I then realized, why would I get surgery when I probably would hate myself anyway? I would probably hate myself anyway. Getting a surgery, going that extreme, changing your entire life through surgery when you still hate yourself, I feel like I would still hate myself after the surgery, after I started losing weight, after I don't know, I started seeing differences in my body. I would still avoid mirrors. I would still, I mean, what would be the point if I'm still gonna avoid everything about myself and still hate myself? I then told myself that I wanted to love myself fully and without holding back before I would even consider doing the surgery. And so I stopped looking at everything about the surgery, and that night I was on Instagram looking at inspirational people and found Lexi, or Fat Girl Fed Up, on the browse page, I think. I can't remember. I was probably looking up inspiring on Instagram or whatever, hashtag inspire. But, and I found her, and she's lost like over 300 pounds. And I thought she was inspiring because her words are very inspiring. And it's like, you can do it too, blah, 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 blah. And she's done it all naturally. She didn't get surgery. She didn't do anything. And I've tried to lose weight before. Everybody has, haven't they? But I wasn't about to just start and be like, yeah, I'm gonna lose all this weight. I wanted to start with both my health, like food, and my mental health, like not being depressed all the time, and working on everything else that could lead to losing weight, and it has. So this time something just clicked. Something in my head was like, I am going to do this. I'm going to look in the mirror every day and not hate what I see. I'm going to look at my life and not see failure all the time. And that's just different from what I've always felt. I've always felt this heavy burden on my shoulders, like nothing was ever gonna go right, and everything possible that could go wrong will go wrong until it doesn't go wrong, you know? And so it was sort of freeing. And after I looked through a couple of Lexi's posts, I saw that she was doing a diet bet, and instead of mostly exercise posts on the diet bet page, because I went to the diet bet app, actually I think I downloaded it right away, she was promoting water consumption, healthy foods, and those are the main things that I wanted to do. I didn't want to go gung-ho into like full-on gym rat type of thing, even though I think that's really cool. I would love to be a weightlifter, do all that kind of stuff, because I'm not built to run. But anyway, so immediately I was like, this seems like my opportunity. This seems like something that could change the game in terms of health. And of course you have to like sign up and give them $30 of your money, of your real money, and then maybe win it back after you lose 4% of your body fat. Body weight? Body fat. Body weight. And that's when it all started. Before, I had gone on weight loss journeys where it was like I just didn't know anything about health. And I know about health, but I didn't, I would never take into consideration water consumption, sodium consumption, protein consumption, and all of the things that can change what's going on in your body. I've taken nutrition classes. I knew all this stuff. I just never had to put it into effect. And this time I did. And even though I've only ate like 700 or 800 calories a day, which I didn't realize because I was overestimating how much of each thing I was eating until I got a scale and started having dizzy spells like the first couple of weeks in, and actually I sometimes still have them because I forget to eat more because I'm just eating like vegetables that day. It's a learning curve, and you have to learn. You have to learn to be healthy, and it's interesting. It's interesting. After I sort of decided that I was going to do this diet bet, and I was going to work on myself before I did any of the surgery things, I started looking up people on YouTube and watching some of their videos, and it sort of inspired me to stop entirely thinking about surgery and think more about just doing everything naturally as I saw fit for myself, and make goals and reward myself for the progress that I'm making. And that's been working really, really well. And so for the majority of these videos, I want to talk about some of the problem areas that I've had to work on myself, body and mind, and how I took what other people were saying, and how it's still a work in progress. It's always going to be a work in progress, and I've sort of, something was like in my brain, and now some days are dark and other days are like the best days ever. But at the end of the day, I can look at myself in the mirror and tell myself, tomorrow's a new day. It doesn't ever have to be as bad as it used to. I'm here to believe in myself where I have never believed in myself before. So I want to go through and talk about things that I never would have talked about before. I feel like talking about some of these subjects will help me to improve, and it might help you, and might get you talking to others about some of the things that you're having problems with talking about, or saying out loud to even yourself that you have had a problem with this. So I want to talk about what others think about you, compliments that you get, parts of your body that you might hate, and the people in your lives, if they are promoting you for having that self-love mentality. And I want to talk about my goals and why they're important, and why acknowledging your progress is important. And I especially want to talk about family and friends, because I feel like it's important to have those people in your lives, and to make sure that they stay in your life, or to get rid of people that are not promoting that self-love, or are skeptical of you because you have changed in some way, because of the way you were acting towards yourself in a better light. And I think it would be interesting to do a little segment, or like little hauls. I'm not a beauty guru, but like little hauls of clothes that I would never normally would wear, or jewelry I'd never wear, or shoes that I would be like, nah, mate. Before, I want to take those flaws that I hated, and the thoughts that I've ever had that were negative, and sort of force my push to change how I feel and act about those particular things. And that could be crop tops, because I hate my stomach, or hated my stomach, or short sleeves where I reveal my arms, which are fat and I don't like them or whatever. Showcase my legs, because if any of you know me, I used to wear leggings under dresses, and I have upgraded to actual tights. So it's not as hot, because leggings, it just gets hot in a dress. Or wearing spaghetti straps, which I have under this shirt, this beautiful shirt that says "Follow Your Intuition," which is also a crop top, but then I have a tank top underneath. Wearing tank tops because I have self-harm scars on my armpits. That's just a thing I don't think I've ever told anybody. And that's why nobody ever sees my armpits normally. And nobody knows that. And now all of you do. All 40 of my subscribers. That's what I want to do with this channel. Or this series, rather. And if you're watching my weight loss series, you know that I've lost a little under 60 pounds, and I'm really proud of that. And it's mostly because of self-love. It's mostly because I found myself not wanting to eat a whole pizza in a day, because it made me feel bad. It made me feel gross. Not because, ooh, she ate a whole pizza, but internally it just makes you feel disgusting. Like I don't want to move. I don't want to do anything. And getting out there and taking pictures of myself I never would have before. And I'm super excited that there's this platform that maybe a lot of people won't see, but it's giving me a boost in talking about it. It's giving me a boost. It's making me talk about some of the things that I never would have talked about if it weren't for this platform. And I'm excited to continue and to make some of these videos and to talk it out and to rethink things that I thought I had thought about. And the ball gets rolling in your head when you're talking to the camera, and things just start clicking in your brain, and it just makes it so fun. And I'm so glad that I get to talk about it with you guys. I think that is it for this video. I will see some of you guys for my weight loss video on Saturday or Sunday. Follow me on Instagram. It's Crazy Kitten, CRAIZEE, just like my username. Like, comment, and subscribe down there somewheres. I don't know. I will see you guys this weekend or in a couple of weeks for another self-love video. Goodbye.